All right, so I've just finished Hey You in context for the first time, although it's not my first listen. And now the next one, which comes, is number 15, and it is called Is There Anybody Out There? And I haven't heard this one before, so I'm back to my first listen experience for the rest of this album. Let's see what happens.
Unsafe to travel at night?
Well, it's safe to stay here. Your father's gonna pick up our trail for us.
Can Lorca ride?
That's right. Okay, time to go. Thank you for everything.
Is there anybody out there?
I was guessing that this would be starting out as a question about, is there anybody out there listening to me on the other side of the wall? Maybe it's going to get to that, but with this dialogue I'm hearing in the background, it sounds more like somebody doesn't want to be discovered. And this question, is there anybody out there? Which, by the way, how do we ask that question? Is there anybody out there? Brilliantly set, musically, the same rhythm, the same vocal inflections as if we were speaking. Is there anybody out there? That's what we have right here. And it looks like that's what's coming up in that little motif that happens. Okay, back to what I was saying. It sounds more like this person is not wanting to be discovered and is cracking the door open. Is there anybody out there? Is it safe for me to go now? I'm curious to see how it develops.
Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there?
That sounded so much like, well, kind of a combination of two things. I was listening to it and hearing the guitar, and I was thinking, it sounds like a Bach prelude. No, it sounds like one of those classical guitar pieces by one of the Spanish classical composers. It's a Bach prelude. No, it's by Spanish. It's really beautiful. I love it. Let me back up just a little bit. I guess to the beginning of that. And I'll try not to break it this time. That was absolutely beautiful. Maybe I'll learn to play that on the harp. Okay. Interesting little piece of music. I mean, there's hardly anything other than this sort of recitative opening. Is there anybody out there? And then, well, after I said that it sounded like somebody wanting to sneak out the door, then I began to think, was that dialogue supposed to be part of this person's story, or is it the TV happening in the background? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So I'm going to have to think about this a bit. But then it goes into this absolutely beautiful little prelude style guitar ending, which is kind of the whole piece actually. It's like there's a little recitative opening, and then it transitions to an instrumental, and it's melancholy. Perhaps it's trying to suggest loneliness. But it's so interesting that he made it sound so incredibly beautiful in this moment. Especially considering all that the music has taken us through up until this point. And to put this gem right here, right kind of in the middle of this tragedy that we're watching, it adds yet another dynamic to the whole story that we're experiencing. Anyway, I think I will learn that on the harp. And Vlad's like jumping up and down excited. And when I do, I'll record it and I'll play it for you. Okay, that was Is There Anybody Out There? And we're ready for number 16. I don't even know what's coming up, so we'll see what it is.